Welcome back to all my eBay resellers. Everybody that's kind of been following along on this journey that I got set out, this ambitious goal that I set out for 2024 to go from zero to $100,000 reselling on eBay on a part-time basis. And I've been basically documenting this series along the way. If you haven't already seen the videos or seen the strategy where I'm kind of explaining what I'm doing for the year of 2024 and what I've did for the last 2 or 3 years, reselling on eBay on a part-time basis, go check out those videos. I'm super excited to just dive into this video. This is an update video of what I was able to do for the month of April. And at the end, I will tell you what I've done for the entire year. First 4 months, it ain't the entire year, the first 4 months of this year. Here we go. Total sales for April, $3,721.68. I'll take it. It's not like crazy money, but it's easy. I shouldn't say easy money. Don't get me wrong. It ain't easy money because you still got to put the steps and you got to put the effort into it, right? But it's still money that I didn't have, and I did this on a part-time basis. That's what I'm trying to stress is you can have success reselling and you can do it on a very part-time basis where it, works in with your life. It's not taking over your life. So the amount of items that I sold to get that number in the month of April was 68 items. I had an average selling price of $54.73. To be absolutely transparent, I want to keep it super real with y'all. This was the month that I got my first negative and my first neutral feedback. And I want to dive into that real quick because I want people to understand one thing about reselling, especially reselling in a digital format like eBay or Etsy. You're going to probably get a negative. You're going to probably get a neutral. Both of mine, neither one of them, they never reached out to me. And on top of that, neither one of them was really my fault. Now, if I screwed up, I'm a man up to it. If I didn't send you your item in the right time, or I ain't responded to your messages or something like that. But I'm gonna put my negative and my neutral right here so you can see it and you can read what it is and you can see kind of, I really didn't have anything to do with either one of these issues, and I could have resolved it had they reached out to me. The cards is the funny one because that is actually something I picked up from a thrift store. I paid $4.99 for the bag of cards. I don't know anything about cards. I figured it was worth the gamble, so I bought them for $4.99, stuck them on eBay, and I guess it really wasn't worth the gamble. But the point I'm trying to make is don't get caught up in feedback. It's very subjective what people are going to say once they get an item. You have to just keep going and going and going and understanding that sometimes you're not going to make everybody happy. And that's just the nature of reselling. I look back at what worked well for me in April. It really comes down to smaller items. The smaller the item, the easier it is for me to ship it, the easier it is for me to list it, especially with me trying to do this on a part-time basis where it doesn't take up so much time. Everything that takes more time makes this less enjoyable for me to do. So like this month, I had to ship a lot of glassware, and that takes a lot more time to package. It takes a lot more effort to list it. Those type of things didn't necessarily work very well for me in what I'm trying to do here. That doesn't mean that those items don't have value and I shouldn't list them, but I probably shouldn't list as many of those in 1 month if I'm going to keep trying to hit this goal, because when I do those kind of items, it makes it a lot less enjoyable to do this on a side hustle. This is extra. This is something that I have to push myself to do because my store, my full-time resale business is a very demanding business. So to come home and want to do something else, I have to make sure that that something else, actually doesn't drain me too much. Well, after eBay takes their cut, takes their fees, and you back out shipping and taxes and all of that stuff, I walked away with about $2,100. At the end of the day, it's not retirement money, right? But it's money that I didn't have, and it's money that I can use to do something else with. It's money that I can push back into my resale business. It's money that I can use to pay a bill, and I did it on a part-time basis. That's a win-win in my book, no matter how you put it. Now, for my year to date, what I've done from January to present reselling on eBay on a part-time basis. This might shock you. Like, It's crazy because it just shows the full potential of what could happen if you were to stick even more effort into a resale business, an online resale business, or a brick and mortar resale business. But just for this case scenario, we're using eBay as that business that we're going to stick a little bit of time into. So far, year to date on eBay, selling part time from January to April 30th, I've sold $23,618. And with a net of about $15,000 that goes right back into my resale business. And for myself, this is huge because I gave up eBay 10 for almost 10 years straight. And so I've been letting a lot of money kind of just sit on the side by not pursuing reselling on eBay, by just focusing on my store. And, I could have probably dove back into it a little bit sooner, but I don't think mentally I was ready to dive back into eBay. I had to come back with a different philosophy. I had to come back with the mentality of not allowing it to take over my life. And that's the approach that I'm taking. And that's the approach that I'm sharing in these videos. Year to date, I've sold 384 items on eBay, and my average selling price is $61.51. Now, my numbers, they look good. They look good. Don't get me wrong. It's a very good start. My goal is very optimistic. And that's where you're going to get people that are going to probably say, oh, what are you talking about? This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I know that my goal is very, very crazy, right? But I know that also last year I was able to do $70,000 doing the same process on eBay. So I'm just pushing myself a little bit harder to see how far I can really, really take this on a part-time basis. Maybe 70 is the max that I can do and clear 50,000 on a part-time. I'll take that because that's better than some people do on a full-time basis by not understanding how to use eBay and not allow it to use them. All I'm trying to share in these videos is a different way of how to do things and a more positive and more manageable way to operate as an online reseller. I want to encourage you guys to stick around and watch the videos, watch this series. Who knows what you may pick up. Thank you for watching. And if you haven't already, hit the like button. I hope that I've given you some kind of value. And if so, definitely hit the subscribe button and share it. That'd be nice too if you share it. See you on the next one.